Dios es madridista. Dios es del Madrid. El que nos ha hecho a todos es del Madrid. Lleva la camiseta del Madrid. Lleva el escudo del Madrid. No os enfrentéis más. Aceptadlo. Aceptadlo, hermanos. De verdad. Aleluya. Dios es madridista. Aleluya, hermanos. Dios es del Real Madrid. No hay nada que hacer. Nuestro Dios es Dios. Puedes combatir contra los millones, puedes combatir. Dios es madridista. Y como tiene más sentido del humor que nadie, evidentemente, pues a veces juega con estas cositas de decir, bueno, pues venga, 2 goles en 15 minutos, venga.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to speak about the controversy that went on between Atlético Madrid and Real Madrid. I know that I am late, but I wanted to see what UEFA had to say about Julián Álvarez's penalty first, because I wanted to know their reasons why they disallowed his penalty. And so it says here, according to them, and this is UEFA's official statement, that Atlético Madrid inquired with UEFA over the incident, which led to the disallowance of the kick from the penalty mark taken by Julián Álvarez at the end of yesterday's UEFA Champions League match against Real Madrid. Although minimal, the player made contact with the ball using his standing foot before kicking it, as shown in the attached video clip. Under the current rule, the VAR had to call the referee, signaling that the goal should have been disallowed. UEFA will enter discussions with FIFA and IFAB to determine whether the rule should be reviewed in cases where a double touch is clearly unintentional. So once again, this was the statement coming from UEFA. And so first things first, I want to congratulate Real Madrid for playing beautiful football. They dominated Atlético Madrid. Even without this controversy that did happen, Real Madrid would have gone through. As you can see here on their stats, they all got an 8 out of 10, right? So they have been phenomenal. There was no way Atlético Madrid were going to be able to overcome Real Madrid. As a matter of fact, Mbappe, Vinicius, Bellingham, Rodrigo were so good on this night that they were even on the team of the week, as we can see here. We also have Pedri in the midfield. It is amazing. Real Madrid were playing awesome. Every Champions League that they go through, they always show to the world why they play the best football here. They are inspiring. They are monumental. It's just amazing. So let's go back to the Julián Álvarez penalty. And here's the thing, right? In my own opinion, and if you guys do not know, yes, I was being sarcastic, but in my opinion, I really do not think that Álvarez touched the ball. I just don't, okay? Because I have seen multiple clips and it does not look like his left foot touched the ball before his right foot, because he did shoot it with his right foot. But let's assume he did touch it. Let's assume that Julián Álvarez touched the ball with his left foot in a very big way and then eventually shot it with his right foot. You're really gonna tell me that what Álvarez did in this penalty scene here was intentional according to the UEFA? You're gonna tell me what Álvarez was trying to do was touch it with his left foot first and then his right foot? Do you also think, based off this logic here, that it was also intentional that Julián Álvarez fell to the ground? Do you think that Álvarez planned to fall to the ground immediately after taking the shot? Because that is the logic that UEFA was given. You're thinking, okay, UEFA, that it was intentional what Álvarez did here, and that is the reason why you disallowed the goal. But we all know, and I think that all of us know here, that Álvarez never meant to shoot the ball in this way. He never meant to slip up and fall to the ground, which ultimately led to the conclusion that within the way that Álvarez was trying to take the penalty, it was never supposed to go down in that way because he fell. No player plans to fall right after a penalty is taken. This whole thing was unintentional, and even with this penalty being unintentional, he still did not touch the ball with his left foot, meaning that in conclusion, whatever the refs were thinking in this scenery here, when they were taking the penalties, they should have just given Álvarez another try instead of just saying, nope, it is disallowed, you cannot take it again, let's move forward, have Real Madrid score their next penalty, and nothing more. It was unintentional. Do not come to me and tell me that what Álvarez was trying to do here was intentional and that it was a trick and whatever. No, a player that falls right after a penalty that's taken means that it was unintentional. And even with it being unintentional, he still did not touch it with his left foot. Give the player another try, but they did not do that. They were so quick and so fast fast with making that decision, it was not even funny. They just said, oh my god, yeah, he touched it with his left foot, and okay, yeah, done. He's not allowed to take that penalty ever again. Let's go next. Whoever's coming for Real Madrid, please score the goal. It was so fast, so quick. They did not even give the correct time to really review what happened. And I also do think that if it was so unclear on what was going on in this penalty scene that was taken by Julián Álvarez once again, if it was so unclear, if you were so confused, if you did not know whether he touched it with his left foot before he touched it with his right foot, then god damn it, bro, give him another try. Just do it. Like, at least that could be slightly justified, not just completely disallow the goal. There is no conclusive evidence from multiple camera angles up until today, right? All the videos that have been taken that showed that he touched the ball with his left foot whatsoever. And you're gonna tell me that you found the answer, UEFA, or the refs? You guys are telling me that you guys found the answer 2 seconds after Julián Álvarez scored his penalty? You're gonna tell me that you guys were so clear on what happened that you just disallowed it? I don't think so. I think you guys were confused. I think you guys did not know what happened, and you guys just said disallowed, done. It is pure corruption. It is corruption coming from UEFA, corruption coming from Real Madrid, corruption coming from football in general, and it gives football a bad image. There's this systematic pattern that I'm starting to see where the media does support Real Madrid because everything that we were seeing was showing that they favored Real Madrid. I am sorry, but that's just how it is. Even in the Spanish media, we know this. We talked about it multiple times before with La Liga. Do help Real Madrid multiple times, and I'm not even going to begin talking about examples and give me evidence and stuff like that. You guys can go find it on your own because this video is going to be too long. But we have seen multiple examples of Madrid getting help from either UEFA or the Spanish league. And then at the end of all of this, which is so funny, right? But at the end of all of this, Real Madrid and its fan base want to play victims of whatever's going on when they get the most help. Let me give you, actually, as a matter of fact, I'll give you guys another example. This exact same ref that was in the match between Atlético Madrid and Real Madrid was the exact same ref that was in the match between Bayern and Real Madrid last year, if I'm not mistaken, or 2 years ago. I do believe it was last year, but it is the exact same ref that said, Delete, I know that you scored this goal. I know you guys do need this goal, but I'm going to disallow it because Mazraoui headed the ball to you and Mazraoui was offside. But if we all look at that playback and what actually did happen, it was Rudiger who touched the ball and gave it to Delete for Delete to score the goal. But to the refs, UEFA, they said, no, it was Mazraoui who headed the ball to Delete, and because Mazraoui was offside, it is no goal. And Tuchel was just so angry, bro. That guy was like, dude, like, what are you talking about? One of the center backs of Real Madrid headed that ball away and gave it to Delete, and Delete was never offside. And you're gonna tell me this is offside because you guys thought that Mazraoui was the one that touched it? That is what I mean, right? Like, it is just so consistent on how Real Madrid have been getting through. It is nothing but corruption. Real Madrid cannot play football for their lives, and the only way they can get through multiple teams is by the help of the refs and nothing more. It is corruption. And let me tell you guys another thing, going back to the penalty. If Julian's left foot had actually touched the ball, it would have been physically impossible for him to strike the ball cleanly with his right foot immediately right after. How the hell did the ball go so on point into the net? A double touch would have caused the shot to go off target or result in a weak mishit attempt, but that's not what happened. What we saw was an amazing penalty taken by Julián Álvarez. He struck the ball cleanly, directly with his right foot. Nothing was touched at all with his left foot. And you know what's funny? UEFA's VAR regulations, you guys can go look this up, but for the 2024-2025 season does specify that VAR should only intervene in clear errors only. Okay, because in this incident here with Julian, the VAR did intervene and they could not see anything, but the VAR should only intervene in clear errors. Once again, this is for the Champions League. Álvarez's action after like 10 million replays was not clear by any chance whatsoever. Nobody knew what was going on, but supposedly the refs were able to find out so good, right? Apparently, that after 2 or 3 seconds, they knew that, oh yeah, Álvarez did touch the ball with his left foot, so no goal, disallowed, done. Cannot even get a second chance. But the VAR, they did intervene and they disallowed it after 10 seconds. So going through a full circle, right? At the moment that the penalty was taken, it was unclear to everybody. So just make him retake it. But they did not give him the second chance. Yet again, Real Madrid went through this game playing pathetic, embarrassing football. Yes, even with Mbappe, even with Vinicius, even with Bellingham and Rodrigo. There is no version of this team that is able to play dominant, and they have not been able to do this over the past 10 to 15 years. I'm actually starting to appreciate PSG much more. And you guys know how much I do not like PSG, but I'm starting to appreciate PSG much more, mainly because of Luis Enrique, but because, you know, PSG are finally playing good football. Their performance against Liverpool was amazing. They were suffocating Liverpool. Vitinha, who is one of their midfielders, he also plays amazing football. They have great youngsters, and PSG do deserved it because of what they showed in the second leg. And now they're going through the next round, and they deserved it. Like I've said, PSG are showing that they don't have to play pathetic, embarrassing, bland football to get through. Real Madrid have been on the same level over the past 15 years, and PSG, they are progressing. So at the moment, I have way more respect respect for PSG than Real Madrid. And let me tell you, PSG do not have Mbappe. They don't have Vinicius. They don't have Endrick. They don't have Rodrigo. How is somebody like Dembele starting to become much more important to PSG than Mbappe ever was? That is because PSG is a greater team, and it shows. They win through their football. Real Madrid, they can't show anything, and that is the reason why it is through these UEFA errors that gets them through and nothing more.